Today we have our Toyota factory fit 6x9, so obviously a good upgrade from the factory, built-in like spacing, obviously like mounting and like built-in plug fit the Toyota like 6x9 like size. So these are pretty common Hiluxes, Prados, 200 series, whatnot. They are sometimes in the front and sometimes in the back, depending, and they normally run a component system. So on like this one, this like 200 series has a tweeter up the top here, and you get your like woofer down the bottom. So this is a 2011 200 series. So we're going to show you just how to replace these today. A good upgrade. You can just replace the bottom, or you can do like the top as well. This is just the bottom part, so we'll go over that from now. We'll have a look. Now you've got to pull off the whole door trim like normally. I'm just actually going to have a look this time. So you can get your trim tools in here. All your hands are good enough, it'll pull out. And under here you've got the speaker. So like normally, same as the back door, what you have to do is you got a few extra things. This here clips off, then this whole piece comes off, and then this handle bit pops off, and there's a screw behind here and 2 screws in there. And then you can actually pop the whole like door trim off. But I'm just going to have a little go now to see if I can actually get it off without taking all that off and slide it up and in. We'll have a go. Yeah, so I couldn't just get in there from the bottom, was a bit hard, so that's fine. A 10-minute job to pop all this stuff off anyway, and I'll just take you through it. It's the same as the rear door. So trim tool in here, that pops out that. Alright, that trim tool in there, that pops out this little bit. A Phillips behind there, we'll spin that out. So that's just a Phillips behind here, spin that one out. That'll come out like so. Got this here, which just pops up like so and comes off with a small plug in it here. That comes out, make sure you take that part off first, and then that leaves you with this little bit here that just softly give it a few like wiggles and like work it a bit inside here. Be a bit gentle on it because this bit is a bit thin down the bottom here. So just softly like work that off. That comes off. Then you got 1, 2 Phillips in here. They spin off like so. So one up there and one down the bottom. They're the same size as the one behind the handle, so you can, it doesn't matter if you mix them up. And then down the bottom here you've got this little like light down here. There's like a plug behind there. Just undo that plug, because if you don't undo that plug, it can be a little bit. Now it's up to you if you want just your hands really. Just go around, make sure you pop it all out. And then when you get to the top, obviously it's a lift up sort of scenario, and that just comes off like that. Now you can just like rest it like that. There is these cables for the door in there, so you can take those off and take out the whole thing, or just leave it resting how it is. Now you can see here, this is what sometimes happens. Clips are old or you don't get it right. If you see that clip in there hasn't come off of the door, so that's why the trim tool kind of helps, or if you're a bit gentler. You gotta remember these are over 13 years old or so they do get a bit brittle, so that just slides back into the door. Just keep an eye out for any you get like left in the door. Now that's basically it. Obviously 1, 2, 3 4 10mm nut screws here, bolts, and the whole thing will come out, and just your plug here, squeeze down and that pulls out like so, and that's it. We can chuck the new one in. And the fact that these speakers that we have, direct replacements is handy. Otherwise you have to go and get a 6x9, you have to get a spacer, you have to get the connector adapter, and then you also need to get some nice little foam to like, match it all up so it sits well. Give it a wiggle, and I'm just a little bit stuck, and it'll come out. There you go, there's your factory one. Obviously paper cone, built, they're fairly cheap and cheerful obviously, as car. New one, obviously it's got a little clip in there, so come up and in, straight in like so. Line up your holes, throw a screw in just to keep it all happy. And drop out like that. Just put one in there to hold it for a second, and it just plugs straight in. Easy as that. Now just do a sound test to make sure it's working, and then you can put all the bolts in. So that's all tested. Sounds awesome, to be expected. Pretty easy to improve cars' factory speakers because they set a pretty low standard to start with. These have got like multi mounting holes in them, so just get them so obviously you can put a screw in each one. That's what you're after. So you might just have to obviously like move them like around a bit just so you can fit one in each one, and then line them up. That's it, basically done. Easy as that. Put it all back together in reverse. So obviously put it back in the reverse way like it went in. So the only really trick here is make sure you slide these top things down. top needs to clip in first. And once it pops in, so after a deep breath I got it in. You'll see when you take it off, they have a little like slot and it's got to hit still up the top. So if you just start at that end, work your way down, you'll normally get it fairly easily and it's all good. So then everything just goes on in reverse, so you took it out, so fairly straightforward. Don't forget your little plug you hook out down the bottom here. There you have it, job done. Super easy install. From start to finish, it's probably a 15-minute job. Real easy way to upgrade the components. This is the VX, and we will, the woofer down here, we will also release a component for the top. Up to you. They sound pretty good with just a component at the top here, but we will release a full package and have different levels for everyone, how they want to upgrade their system. Toyota 619s here, just comparing the factory ones. So fairly basic as you expect, and our one's high quality speakers with all the foam and the slick spacing to match, and the Toyota style plug. So pretty awesome upgrade and super easy to do, and that's just your difference between the two there. So you can see the sound quality is obviously going to be a lot better.